Hello, I'm Jewel Staple, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Chrome profile and a Google profile, and that will include Gmail. This is the first screen you'll see when you download the Chrome browser. So what that means is if you have a Windows computer, you probably have Edge or some other browser. If you have an Apple computer, you likely have Safari as your browser. So that's your access to the internet. This is a different browser created by Google called Google Chrome. Depending on your machine, you'll need to download the browser itself as an application. And when you open that application, this will be the first screen you see. So Google Chrome, again, is a browser similar to Apple's Safari and Microsoft's Edge or Internet Explorer. To create a new Chrome profile, we're going to continue without an account. Now, this is the Google Chrome profile, remember. So this is the profile in the browser. So I'm going to call this Jewel Staple Example. I'm going to use the pinky color, and this will be the colors for like the background and the header and those kinds of things. I can choose any of these colors. You can even pick a color if you want. I'm just gonna stick with this dusty peach pink color. Okay, so I'm gonna hit done. This will be the first thing you see. So this is the Google browser window. So this will give you access to the internet through the Google search. So you can either use this search bar or you can use the search bar at the top. So again, this is the browser that we're using, and we've just created an account in the browser. So at this point, we don't have a Gmail account or anything like that set up. We just have a Google Chrome profile. First thing I'm going to do is go to account. All right, so we want to create an account. And again, this is a Google account. I'll explain this a couple times just because it's a little confusing. So my first name is Jewel, my last name is Staple. And obviously put in your birthday here. I'm gonna just use January 1st, 2000. My gender does not matter. Google doesn't need that information. You can change the language. I'm in Canada, so sometimes I would click United Kingdom. I'll leave it as United States because that will be the one most people understand. And I'm going to click next. Okay, so this is creating a Gmail address and your Google account. So again, this isn't the Google Chrome profile. This is for your Google account and your Gmail. I want to create my own Gmail address for this. So depending on your side hustle or your business, you might want side hustle and your name. You could do your full name and then side hustle if you want. There's lots of options for this, but remember, this will be the email that people who want to work with you will be using. So probably not the side hustle kitty or something like that. That's probably not the professional name you want to go with. I mean, you do you. I'm going to call this Jewel Staple Hustle. Oh, spell that right. And we'll use this as our example for all the things that I'm going to be showing in future videos as well. Okay, so we want to create a Gmail address that is Jewel Staple Hustle. And click next, and then I'll need to put in a password. I use a password manager for this. I'm just gonna type in one for now. I'll probably do another video later on password managers. Click next. And now I need to confirm that I'm not a robot. I'm gonna put in my phone number. Click next. And now I need to enter the code. Should have thought of this and have my phone more handy, but here we are. this is live. All right, so I've got. Okay, so for the Google account, they'll want a recovery email. This isn't obviously, as it says, if you get locked out or something like that. Or if there's a security concern, you can use that to regain access to your account. I'm going to use my main email address for this, and then I'm going to click next. So review my information. Privacy and terms. I'm going to say you should probably read through this. I know a lot of us probably don't read very carefully through this. They're all kind of the same. I'm going to say out loud that you should read and review terms and services before you agree to anything. Click agree. And now we have a Google account. So now we have both a Google Chrome profile. That was Jules' stable example. And now I have a Google account. And this Google account is for julesstaplehustle@gmail.com. Okay, so again, this is the Google account. So this is where my history will be tracked if I search for anything. This is where I will save my bookmarks. You can then sync it to other things. And then let me click on Gmail here. And this has created a Gmail account for me. A lot of people start with creating a Gmail account. In this video, we started by creating the Google account, and that will then include under it accounts for all of the Google things. So Gmail, Google Chat, the Google Docs, Google Drive, all of these things will be under this julesstaplehustle@gmail.com. So that is my Google account and my Gmail account. Okay. A couple other things when you're creating your Google account. These are things that not necessarily everyone takes a look at, because a lot of people just want the Gmail and the Google Drive and then just get up and running, which that works as well. I am going to click through in the data and privacy. There's a review of a suggestion here. And what happens to your data? Interesting. Okay. So if this account goes inactive, what do we want to happen to the data? You can go through and plan what you want what you want to happen to that data. And you can decide if you want it to be, let's see what happens. Let's look at this. Decide when Google should consider your Google account after 3 months of inactivity. So if you're starting a side hustle and you're not sure how much time you can invest at the moment, I would put this at probably 6 months or 12 months, whatever makes sense to you for this. So if you're inactive for 6 months, then Google will contact you by your phone number. You can add your number, manage the contact email. And then again, this is the recovery email. So if you don't use your account and it goes inactive, they'll email you at the other email address as well. I'm going to click on next. You can also choose to notify someone. So this would be useful if you end up sick and are unable to access your account, and then you can choose what happens to your legacy data. I am gonna not add that at the moment. I'm going to tell Google that I do not want them to delete if I haven't accessed this account. I'm going to review the plan. This account will be considered inactive after 6 months of not using it. Google will not notify anybody else, so this is a different person, and my inactive account will not be deleted. and I have set email reminders on. So I want to confirm that that is my plan for my data. All right. Web and app activity. Okay. Review your web and activity. So right now, this is set up. So if I'm on YouTube, which you'll likely be watching this video from, this will record what things that you watch on YouTube. I like to leave this on because if you watch a video and you find it fascinating and you want to look back at something, you can go to your history and figure out what that was generally. Now, ads personalization. This is something that I do personally for myself. This is controlling the information that companies use to personalize ads for you. I'm going to go in here and turn this off. So this means that the ads won't be personalized to me. They won't be personalized to my age group or my education level or my gender. They should be just general ads that would go to anybody. And again, I'm now in my ad center. So this is inside the Google account again. So if I go back here, I'm at the main Google account settings. And then this is my ad center. So how I want Google to be able to use my data. And I have turned that off. Do not need that open. Okay. To navigate a little bit inside a Google account, you can always click here and it'll take you to your Google account. So again, this will bring me back to the first page we had. I'm going to just close these. So again, this will always go to my account. And this is the Google account. The Chrome account is again the separate account. So this account is for Google and that is for my Gmail and everything else that I have with Google. So that includes my Google Drive, which will be shockingly empty right now. I use Google Drive quite a lot. For a lot of things, it's great for organizing files and sharing files with other people. Okay, so we have our Google account set up. We've gone through the personal information a little bit. We've done a little bit of the data and privacy. Security is another big thing. We want to make sure that our stuff is secure, so we can review some security tips and just turn on enhanced safe browser for your account. Sure, yeah, we like that. Safe browsing is good. Your devices. So right now I am logged in Calgary, Alberta on a Mac. And this will show you all the devices you log into this Google account. So if you have Gmail on your phone, it would show here as part of the Google account. Recent activity, not much, seeing as we just made this account today. And then sign in and recovery. So right now, the only recovery thing I have set up is this email address. I had to use my phone number again to create the Google account, but that phone number was just to verify that I'm a real human. So that phone number is not tied into this Google account currently. Let's continue to our Google account. So again, we're back at this main screen. Two-step verification is something that should be used for most accounts if you can. I know it can be a bit of a problem if you lose a device like your phone. You can turn on the two-step verification. You can have passcodes. You can do a Google prompt. There's different authenticator apps. And you can also use, again, your phone number like we did to create the account and confirm we were not a robot. I definitely suggest doing this. The nice thing about newer Mac models is they have a Touch ID, so I can use that as a pass key. So no one else has my thumbprint and my keyboard has a spot to do a Touch ID, and it makes a lot of things easy to log into. but having an app on your phone is great too. So you can set up an authenticator this way, and that's just to protect your account. So there's another step of verification to get into your account. I definitely recommend setting this up. It walks you through it fairly easily. You can put in a phone number for the SMS, and that's probably the simplest thing to do if you're new to wanting to do a two-step verification for your Google account. All right, let's go back to Google account. Security, so we've got that, the devices, enhanced safe browsing, dark. Ooh. We definitely don't want to be going on the dark web. Now choose to. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to select all here and click allow. And then click done. So now this is going to monitor on the dark web for my name and information. This is amazing. This is new from the last time I set up an account. I might have to go back to my main accounts that I use and change that. That's awesome. So we're back at the My Google Activities. So if I go over here and click on Manage Your Google Account, we will be back at the main Google account screen. Awesome. So we have the main things all set up for a free Google account. You can also add on to your Google account. You can add storage. You can also, if you own your own domain name, you can set up a Google Workspace account if that's something someone specifically would like help with. I do know how to set all that up. You can talk to me offline about that. So again, this is, I'm just going to click here so we can take a look at all the products by Google. There's a lot. So again, this is tying to the Google account, right? So we have a Chrome profile, which is this guy here. And then we have our Google account, and all of these things from YouTube, there's like Google Tasks, there's your Google Calendar, there's a Google Authenticator. They have a lot of products that you now have access to with a free account, which I think is awesome. And Google's a great way to start a side hustle because it's not a upfront cost to create a free account like this. All right, so now we are in Gmail. There are many different ways to set up Gmail for your purposes. Because I'm looking at this as an extra account on top of whatever your personal and or work accounts are, there's one thing I'm definitely going to show how to do that, and that's forwarding the email to this account to your main account. That way you won't miss any emails from this account. You could also just put this account on your device, so it's on your phone wherever you are. Okay, so there's a few things that we can walk through here. You protect your part. Okay, we can dismiss that. That's just saying that the ads here that are under these two things are not based on any content in your email. Dismiss that. First thing I like to do with a new account is customize your inbox. You have different options here for, this is the spacing between each email. Let's leave that on default. The theme is sort of the background and the colors. So if I click on view all, I have lots of options. So we can put chests in the background. We can do some flowers if we want. I have used this one on quite a few accounts in my time. It's just like a desktop or a wooden background. Let's leave this on the desktop because I think it's a great just sort of neutral background. All right, so We have changed the theme. Okay, so the next thing is inbox type. So right now we have a promotions tab and we have a socials tab. What this means is that for social, if you get an email from a social media account updating you on something, it will pop into here and will not be in your primary inbox. Now, because I'm suggesting you might want to forward emails to your main account that you use every day, I would turn these off. Okay, so to turn these off, we actually need to go into all of the settings. Now, there are a lot of settings that you can use in Gmail. We're going to click over to Inboxed, and this is a little more detailed of the other inbox instructions. So I'm going to turn off promotions, and I'm going to turn off socials. I'm going to hit save. Now at the inbox, you see there's no primary, promotions, or socials. So what that means is everything will come into this one main inbox. I'm going to click on the customize your inbox again. So we've gone with default density, we've updated our theme, we have the inbox type as default. Now, this is for anything that's coming into your inbox. You can have it set so important emails will pop up first, and that's an algorithm deciding what they think you find most important based on your history of using your inbox. You could click on unread first. So if you open something in your inbox, like this email here, saying hello and welcome, and I click back, that should update. Let me refresh. Yeah, okay. So now because I've opened that email, it's no longer in the unread section. It's now in everything else, but it's still in my inbox. Okay, I hope that makes sense. You can do starred first. So if you read through your email and you realize that this email is very important to you and you want to be able to come back to it easily, click on the star and then it'll pop into the start section. Priority inbox has both of those, important and unreads, and starred, and then everything else. You can see it's kind of catching up with the auto refresh when it moved to that. There's also multiple inboxes, which I'm not going to show today. It can get a bit confusing and you need a bit of detailed coding knowledge a little bit. The next thing is a reading pane. I don't use this because I find it easier to run through a subject line of all of my emails in my inbox. But if this is something you're used to and you're coming from Outlook or something like that, then you can definitely set this up. So what this means is you'll have a reading pane on the side here. So when I clicked on this, it opened up this on the side. I'm going to click on this customize your inbox again. Scroll down, you can put it below. You can put it to the right, and then you can say no split. One other thing that I turn off is a conversation view. I click, oh, it doesn't really do much. Okay. What this means is if I email John and John emails me back and I email John back and it becomes a conversation, it's only one line item in my Gmail account. That means that if for whatever reason I kind of miss part of it, I won't get a separate email for that conversation. So if I turn it off, Google will need to reload to confirm and set that up because it'll do that to any old emails as well. Conversations view groups of emails on the same topic. So that's the same subject line and the same back and forth of an email. So I'm going to reload so that we turn that off. All right, so we have gone through the main customization of your inbox. We can also import contacts. It'll pop up a separate thing and it'll walk you through importing contacts and emails. I'm not going to show that in this video. It is fairly explanatory about how to do that. You would likely need to export your contacts from a different either Gmail account, Google account, your Outlook, your Apple contacts, your Android contact, your Windows contacts. There's ways to export all of those and then import them here if you think you need that. Because this is a side hustle email at this point, I don't think it'd be worth importing any contacts at the moment. You can also get Gmail on any of your devices. The iPad app is actually pretty good and user-friendly. So I am going to, the next thing we need to do, or I like to do, is to change the profile image. Now, when I click on this change profile, it will pop me to the Google account. So again, the Google account will include your Google Drive, your Gmail, your Google Chat, all of those Google products. This is the profile that'll be used for all of those. Okay. So if I want to add oh, this is cool. If I want to add a profile picture, I have some options. We can use Google AI to generate a new profile image. We're not going to walk through that. I'm just going to click on illustrations because I don't have any photos uploaded. So again, this would be photos inside your Google Photos, not necessarily on your Mac, your laptop, your computer, any of that. Again, this would be inside the Google account. I haven't uploaded anything yet because we just created this account. I'm just going to scroll down and, oh, this llama looks very friendly. What happened to the llama? There we go. Oh, we can even color code our llama. Sure, we're going to be a pink llama. I love it. Okay, so we have updated our profile picture for our Google account. So I'm going to click out of here and it auto updated this and it updated it here. You'll notice this hasn't been updated because again, that is the browser account, not the Google account. So if I go back to Gmail, I have the little llama. So again, this is your Google account. If I pop back to Gmail, I now have my little llama here. Okay, so that's changing the profile. We discussed importing, we discussed adding it to your mobile device, and we've customized our inbox. So I'm going to close that. Now, again, I clicked through some options when we were going through the customized stuff. So I am going to default this. I am going to, once again, turn off the promotions and socials. Save that. And I do not need to star that. So this is what my inbox will look like. And I will get email as I get email for this account. The one thing that I do want to explain a bit about Gmail, if you've never used it before, is the inbox. This is where all of my email will come in when I first get it. Starred would be any email that I've used the star function. Snoozed, snooze is an interesting thing. So if I get this email and I'm overwhelmed and I have a lot of email to deal with, I know this email is super important because it's from a potential client. I want it to come back into my inbox later in the day. So right now I'm just going to snooze it. So I can snooze for later today. I can put a time. I could do tomorrow, next week, next weekend. I'm doing this on a Saturday, so it's wanting to go a week from now. So that's what snoozed is. Sent is any emails you send from this account. Drafts would be if I compose something and don't send it yet. And then there's more. So important would be, again, the emails that Google thinks are important. I can also note if something's important. That's what this little arrow here is. I can also have my chats. I can also schedule an email. So if I compose something, I can schedule send for later in the day or tomorrow morning. Or like today, I'm doing this on a Saturday, I can schedule it to send on Monday morning. So the client doesn't know that I was working over the weekend, if that's something you want to do. All mail includes any of the email you have in your inbox and any of the email that you have archived. So when I click on all mail, it's noting that this email is still in my inbox. If I go back to the inbox and I click the archive button, it's no longer in my inbox. I click on all mail, it's right here because it's in the archive. And it doesn't have the little button that says inbox anymore because I have archived it. One thing to note is all email does not include anything in spam. Anything in spam will be automatically deleted in 30 days. I like to check it. If I log into an account and there's something here, I like to review to make sure. And then if you trash anything, you can trash it there. One other thing to note is you have 15 gigabytes of space with a Google account. You do not need to delete emails. They can be archived and you can go back to them later. If you place an order for your business, you forget to write it into your accounting system, which I'll set up. I'm going to have something set up and you can come back and see what that is. I'm going to be putting together a bunch of side hustle products. So again, you have 15 gigabytes of storage in your Google account. That is a lot. All right, so we have set up a Google account. If I refresh this Google account, I now have my Llama Llama. Close all these tabs. So we have our Google account. It's still showing as an error because inside the Google Chrome browser, we are not signed into our account. Complete and set up. There's a few things here. It wants a home address, your option if you want to put that in. If you're doing a side hustle where you have physical products, it might be worth doing that. And a recovery phone. Again, this is the two-step authorization to have text messages sent as a two-step notification. I don't need that right now, so I'm going to turn that off. Okay, so we have our Google account set up inside a Google Chrome browser. Now, I have an error up here, and this error is because I'm not signed in with the Google account, so my little llama, into the browser. All right, I have reloaded a Chrome window and my error is gone, but I'm still not logged into the profile in the Chrome browser. So again, when I hover over here, it's Jules Table Example is my Chrome browser. And then Jules Table Hustle is my Google account. Okay, so again, this is our Google account, not our Google Chrome profile, which is, I have over here, Jules Table Example. What I need to do is I need to log into Jules Table Example. When I click on this, it's going to show me all the other Chrome profiles I have. What I want to do is I want to continue as Jules. So I'm signing in and I'm turning on sync for the Chrome profile and say yes. And now I have my Llama Llama here. and my Llama Llama here. So my Google account, again, JewelStableHustle@gmail, and my Google Chrome profile, Jewel Stable Example, are both now set up and I'm ready to go. Anything I search for will now be synced and tracked, and I'll have a history I can go back to. I can set up bookmarks. A couple bookmarks I usually start with is pretty easy to set up, so I will just show that really quickly now. Okay, so I have opened Gmail. I want to bookmark this tab to make my life easier. I'm gonna delete the name of the bookmark. I'm going to show you why in a second. I want this on the bookmark bar, and I'm going to click done. Nothing looks different yet. I am going to click on a new tab, and now I have the little Gmail icon right in my bookmarks bar. So when I open up my Chrome browser, it's super easy to find that. I also always use Google Drive. So I'm going to do the same thing. So again, we want to, it's being synced. Perfect. We definitely don't want to change that. Okay. Bookmark. Bookmark this tab. Again, I can delete the name because I'll have the icon on the bar. Click done. And now I have two little bookmarks for Gmail and for Google Drive. Again, you can always find those through these dots. Gmail is usually almost always here, depending on the different Google Doodles. That might not show up, or if you want to customize and change some things on your own. We've been in and out of inbox, so it's showing up in our recent shortcuts. All right, so that is how to set up a Google Chrome profile. So that's the browser level. And we've set up a Google account, which includes Gmail. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions or if anything I went through too quickly, please comment below and I will make another video of showing how to do some of those things if, again, I went through something too fast. And thanks for watching. And please feel free to like and or share or subscribe. I'm new to YouTube, definitely not obvious. Thanks so much for watching and have a good day.